तो हेलो गाइस एंड वेलकम बैक टू नेक्स्ट वीडियो। आज हम खेलने जा रहे हैं न्यू गेम जिसका नाम है सीजन्स अ लेटर टू द फ्यूचर। और मैं आपको बता दूं इस गेम का जॉनरा है एडवेंचर आरपीजी। और आपको पहले तो पता ही होगा कि मैं ऑलरेडी इसके पहले एक्शन एडवेंचर आरपीजी खेल चुका हूँ, लेजेंड ऑफ ज़ेल्डा। इट रिजेंबल्स टू दैट, बट इसमें पजल सॉल्विंग, एक्सप्लोरेशन और इसका स्टोरी लाइनअप बहुत ही अच्छा है। पर बट मेनली अपना गेम बेस्ड है कि यहाँ पे टाइप वर्ल्ड एंड होने वाला है और हम फिर एडवेंचर पे निकले कि इस चीज़ के लिए कुछ कर सकते हैं क्या, कि टाइप somehow वी कैन सर्वाइव और सम इज देयर एनी वे टू गेट आउट ऑफ दिस। तो ये एक चीज़ तो है ही, पर मोस्टली ये गेम का रिव्यू इस गेम की ब्यूटी पे डिपेंड है, क्योंकि इसका इन्वायरमेंट बहुत ही तगड़ा डिज़ाइन किया है। तो टाइम वेस्ट ना करते हुए हम डायरेक्टली आज गेम स्टार्ट करते हैं। सो लेट्स स्विच द स्क्रीन। और जैसा कि आप देख सकते हैं यह गेम आ चुका है, स्टार्ट हो चुका है और हम प्ले करते हैं इसे।
Who are you? I don't know, but I'm writing to you anyway. Where are you? How far in the future? Where'd you find my journal? I may never know, but you can know me from what I put down on these pages. I come from a little village in the mountains. No one has left here since before I was born. But our lives changed overnight, just a few days ago when my best friend had a prophetic dream. A vision that the elder said means this season is going to end soon. The world is about to enter a new era. A great change is coming. Everyone was afraid. I was surrounded by questions and I began to feel how little I know. What is this season that is about to end, and why is it ending? What exactly is out there that could turn the world inside out? If there are still voices singing and laughing in the wilderness, I could record them before they're gone. I also thought of my dad, who always wanted to see the outside world but never did. So, I asked if I could leave. The elder had one condition for letting me go: that I take what I collect to the museum vault, a palace of art and memory at the edge of the earth. She says it's the only place safe from the turmoil of a changing season. I hope that's where you're reading this now. I can't stop the change that is coming, but this time on Earth could live on in these pages. What it looks like, sounds like, how it feels to be alive right now. I'm writing to you at the crack of dawn on the morning I leave home. I can smell breakfast cooking in the other room, and I can hear my mom's voice.
सो दोस्तों, आपने जैसे देखा ही, जैसा कि गेम का नाम ही है सीजन्स लेटर टू द फ्यूचर, तो एक्चुअली हमारी मेन कैरेक्टर फीमेल प्रोटैगनिस्ट जो इस गेम को खेलेगी, और यानी जैसे कि मैंने बताया है ये वर्ल्ड एंड होने वाली है, तो वैसा ही कुछ कंसेप्ट है। और ये उस दौरान एक जर्नल मेंटेन करेगी, जो जर्नल किसी को फ्यूचर में मिल चुका है जो सरवाइव किया है। तो वही सब सीन दिखाया है। फिर जैसे कि इसने अपने टाउन में एल्डर लोगों से परमिशन लिया कि ये कैसे एग्जिट कर सकती है, पर उनकी भी कंडीशंस है कि वो म्यूजियम से आर्टिफैक्ट वगैरह लेके जाएगी। इसके डैड का भी ड्रीम था जो इसके साथ नहीं है अभी। तो जिनको बाहर जाना था, वर्ल्ड देखनी थी, एक्सप्लोर करना था, वो इस चीज़ को नहीं कर पाए थे, पर ये अभी करेगी। तो गेम प्ले स्टार्ट करते हैं। अभी देखते हैं, रूम में तो एक्सप्लोर करने के कई सारे ऑप्शंस दिए हैं। ये क्या है? ऐसा ही है, बेल वेल जो स्ट्रिंग कर सकते हैं। आई थिंक एक्सप्लोर ही कर सकते हैं एलिमेंट्स रूम में जो जो चीज़ें रखी है। सिर्रा है क्या नहीं होगा। और ये बोल भी रही थी कि इसकी मॉम कुक कर रही है, जाके दूसरे रूम में देखते भी है। बुक्स रखे हैं। ये है
3, 2,
वन।
1.
जय शुरू।
Hooray!
गॉबलेट।
Mr. Lotto's here.
ओके, गर्ली स्टफ है। भाई देख रहे हो रिप्रेजेंटेशन कितना है, यानी अच्छा है टाइप, कितना अच्छा दिख रहा है गेम। आई लाइक इट। इन्वायरमेंट भी क्या प्यारा है यार दोस्तों, देखो काइंड ऑफ सनराइज गिर रहा है विंडो में से। रूम इन्वायरमेंट कितना अच्छा है, ग्रीनरी है, पौधे लगे हुए हैं। भाई क्या ही सही है, कपड़े टाइप अच्छा है टाइप। गेम ग्राफिकली हाई डिमांडिंग नहीं है, पर डिटेल्स ऑन पॉइंट है यार। अभी देखो जैसे यहाँ पे कपड़े लटके हुए वगैरह वगैरह, बहुत ही सही है। अभी क्या आगे, एब्जॉर्व द मोमेंट, गुड मॉर्निंग, स्टडी द सीन, मोमेंट एब्जॉर्व
The
करके।
last moment in this little house.
ओके,
There used to be 3 of us
सही
here.
ऑप्शन दिया।
My mom and dad and me. Soon it will be just her. Her and all these memories. But in this moment, everything is the same as ever. Until I shift my weight, the floorboards creak. Mom hears it and turns to me.
You're up. What are you doing standing there? Time to get going. It's gonna be a beautiful morning. I'm making progress. I found the burner, camera, recorder, travel bag. Breakfast is in progress. Still gotta make a pendant. We haven't used this in so long. Good thing I saved the instructions. Just as you would use a shield to protect your body, an identity pendant protects your mind, your thoughts, memories, everything that makes you you. We don't wear them here in the village anymore. But if you're going into the outside world, I'll feel better when you've got a pendant shielding you. Diseases of the mind, like the dream sickness. We don't know what caused it. We heard people suddenly fell into an eternal sleep. These were years of wild rumors, and half of them turned out to be true. In times of war, a pendant can be used to identify a body. Let's skip that part. Objects have two layers, the physical and the mental. The pendant needs to absorb both. 1. Collect a sentimental object for each sense: sound, smell, feel, sight, taste. 2. Feel the sense and speak aloud a memory of the object. 3. Feed the object into the burner. The memory will leave the speaker as it is transferred to the pendant. That means I'll forget the memory after I say it. It's supposed to be painless, at least. Okay, so this old tape should work for our sense of sound. I remember you and I fell asleep listening to this tape. Your dad came home. We all rested together until it got dark. What an odd feeling. Like an absence disappearing. The empty space fills itself back in until I forget that I forgot anything at all. I'm glad I'm only losing a few memories. If I lost too many, I wouldn't even know who you are. You should pick the rest of the objects. I'll lose the memories, but you'll have them independent forever. So they should be important to you. They should be parts of your identity you want to be sure to protect. So think about what these items and what the memories would preserve about you. Let's do smell next. Find an object with a strong odor and that holds a piece of you.
देख रहे हो दोस्तों कंसेप्ट?
Ancient perfume, sweet.
मेमोरी पेंडेंट
Nothing
बना
is
रहे
ever
हैं
lost.
जो प्रोटेक्ट करेगी.
What did you choose for smell? Let's breathe in deep. Your dad used to bring these flowers home from his climbs.
Okay.
They only grow high up in the mountains. He was a great climber. He even found us a new source of water. I hoped after he would climb less. Maybe, but he always wanted to explore, and the only direction to go was up. Maybe the elder is letting you leave out of guilt for what happened to your dad. If someone has the energy to leave, it needs to go somewhere. He fell into the Fitz ravine. We never found his body. But doesn't he rest with us at night? Doesn't he appear in our dreams? How can such a human being depart this earth without leaving behind a trace as strong as the flowers would still have their scent? Darling, I don't want to lose this one. I can't lose this one. Can we put the flowers back, please? Yes, you're right. Now touch. Pick something with a texture you like.
ये गेम, अगर किसी ने फ्लो मूवी देखी होगी तो ये गेम के ग्राफिक्स वो फ्लो मूवी जैसे ही दिखते हैं. क्या ले सकते हैं? फर्स्ट प्राइज रिबन ले सकते.
Cheap velvet flower. I collect stories.
So, what did you end up choosing? Okay, feel the ribbon. I remember. I can see it so clearly. It was a Wandering Tale festival, and the plaza was packed, the tension in the air. I remember you were so nervous. You moved from table to table, collecting everyone's story fragments, and then you stood in front of everyone and had to tie them all together into one story. You were calm, and your mind seemed to float through, inventing and remembering at the same time. It was the first time you did something in front of the whole village, and you won the blue ribbon. There were many moments throughout your life when I knew you would leave someday. I knew you wanted more stories than our little village could offer. I'm fine. Let's do sight next. Pick something that looks nice.
Dad by my hand. I remember who my dad was.
So, what did you end up choosing? I remember your dad sitting a long time while you did this portrait of him, but you spent most of the time erasing,
ये लड़की
getting it down
sketch
to
बहुत
fewer
अच्छा
and fewer
बनाती है.
details. He's been gone for years now, and yet when I look at these lines, I remember what he was like around the house, the way he moved, danced, and laughed. You really captured him, his way of being, his soul. What is a force in the world that makes everything go away? How could a few lines on a scrap of paper resist it? You were so young when you learned that the love in our lives is not constant. People are never replaced. They just go. We see them in these lines until the lines go too. For taste, we can eat breakfast and feed some to the burner.
लाइंस की बातें तो कर रही है, पर थोड़ी देर पहले ये खुद ही लाइन सूंघ रही थी. कोकेन.
The memory I'll lose is the one we're forming
टॉक्सिक
right
कंटेंट नहीं
now.
करते, गेम पे ध्यान देते हैं दोस्तों. The memory I lose is the one we're forming right now.
I want you to have it forever.
Last moment. Cheers तो करो भाई.
Standing here, you're having a last taste of home. Now you're protected by lost memories.
ओ यार पेंडेंट तो बड़ा ही प्यारा दिख रहा है.
A gem of home around your neck. This is my only condition for letting you go. You must promise me never to take the pendant off.
I will protect this pendant with my life.
And never tamper
ऐसा
with
कुछ
it.
बोलेगी क्या? Common stuff. Yes, of course.
Okay? Then I'm okay with you leaving. I think your camera and bag are still in your room. It's time to gather them up.
भाई हमको तो निकलना है घर के बाहर. हमसे ना हो पाई घर वर में रहना सालों साल. अच्छा उधर से ही लेना है. ओके. Camera and backpack and let's leave.
I've lost so much. How could the world ask me to lose you too?
भाई
Look at
बड़ा ही
us.
सैड स्टार्टिंग है बट ठीक है.
There we are. There we were. We'll always be right here on this beautiful morning.
बट भाई लोग ये थोड़ा यानी स्टोरी लाइन है बहुत रियलिस्टिक साउंड करती है. अगर ऐसा सही में कुछ फ्लड वर्ड जैसा कुछ आ रहा हो तो जैसे फ्लो मूवी में फ्लड आ जाता है ना टाइप वर्ल्ड एंड होने को आती है. पर वो हर वो चीज़ करते हैं सर्वाइव करने के लिए जो करनी चाहिए. Even though they are different breeds of dog, cat, monkey,
I just performed a
species.
ritual with my mom. The moment has passed, but I'll record it in these pages for you for the future.
Okay. सही है. स्केचेस भी है. इसके डैड की भी फोटो है जो उसने उसमें डाल दिया था. इससे तो उसे याद ही रहना चाहिए हमेशा. भूल ही नहीं चाहिए.
I never knew when my mom would share a memory of Dad while cooking, on a walk, with no warning. It knocked the wind out of me. Rituals take this grief and give it a shape and a story. Filling in this journal is a ritual too, but for a loss that hasn't hit us yet.
भाई पूरी जर्नल पर डालेंगे. जर्नलिस्ट है अभी अपन फिलहाल. ये क्या है? डेड बाय माय हैंड. स्टोरी बिलोंग्स. ओके देखते हैं आगे. अभी के लिए बंद.
I've brought tools to record the sights and sounds of this season. I'll start by recording the only place I've ever known.
ओके अपने गली मोहल्ले की आवाज़ ले लेते हैं. मेरे गली में गली 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 में तेरे शूट को आवाज़ मेरे गली में मेरे गली में मेरे गली में. भाई क्या बोलते बांडूप की गलियाँ है ये ना. गली गैंग बॉय.
Last night there was a goodbye party here in the plaza. Everyone was so afraid for me. To understand that fear, to understand where I grew up, you have to know the man standing watch over the plaza, Dr. Funyo.
भाई ये क्या है? ये जो चेंज इससे होता है फेस. और क्या क्या है अब अपने पास? वो डीएम कैमरा भी है. चलो फोटो लेते हैं भाई. क्या लिखे? मी लिखा ना. मी मार्क टुडे डॉक्टर फूमियो.
Remembering everything must be painful. Dr. Fumio brought peace to so many people here. Dr. Fumio and his son founded Karo back in 776. They live on through our traditions.
अच्छा ऐसे चैप्टर हो अच्छा जर्नल में भी चैप्टर ओपन होते जाएगा काइंड ऑफ चीज़ें हमको यानी
There are
लेना ही
3
पड़ेगा
murals celebrating Dr. Fumio's work.
और क्या क्या लेना ठीक है अच्छा ये तो स्टैचू यही वाला है शायद से हाँ समझ में आ जाता है इमेजेस से
This is Dr. Fumio and his son.
ओके
The statue isn't as old as it looks. The artist wore it down to give it a feeling of ancientness and the authority that comes with it.
नाइस टू मीट यू डॉक्टर फूमियो हम तो गया जी ओके डॉक्टर फूमियो की स्टिकर लगा देते हैं उनके बेटे की ये उनका बेटा ही तो नहीं था वो डॉक्टर फूमियो का
Pate loves fish, even though nobody here has ever seen one.
इधर क्या है कुछ है हाँ इधर भी फोटो है मुझे लगता है ये चाहिए रहेगा एक फोटो तो ले चुके हम
The elder sought out Dr. Fumio to cure her mother, who was suffering from time misperception.
और क्या एक्सप्लोर करने की जगह अभी तो ये फिलहाल डॉक्टर फूमियो की ही बातें करती है बता रहे हैं कि वो कितने ग्रेट थे ये क्या है
Smells like an old man's toes dipped in cinnamon. I had to drink this gross potion last night. Like my pendant, it's supposed to protect my brain.
भाई इसमें से साउंड आ रहा है भाई ये रिकॉर्ड
There's something eerie about an instrument that plays itself. A wind chime. This is a healing instrument created by Dr. Fumio. It draws on the pure mountain air.
भाई म्यूजिक तो हील करता ही है किसी को भी लाइक डॉक्टर फूमियो मेंटालिटी में और ये लगता है लास्ट इमेज है इसे भी ले लेते कैप्चर कर लेते हैं
Dr. Fumio said the dream sickness was caused by something very powerful.
Okay.
He wasn't able to cure it.
क्या बात कर रहे हैं? Then we will find any solution if we go outside this world. Yeah, goodbye, Garo. Fish in the tail.
Pate's little daydream of leaving this place, of seeing something weird.
इसमें कुछ नहीं है. अरे ये लोग हमारे ये small
Dr. Fumio was an
West view,
important
yeah,
person,
type.
but we also just have a need to put a human face on events that are beyond our control. He may have felt just as scared and helpless as everyone else.
Let's go. अभी जाना कहाँ है? ये चीज़ तो अभी हमने स्मेल कर ली. यहाँ से तो हम आए थे वहाँ आगे भी कुछ नहीं है. अच्छा ये एग्जिट वे. चलो गावासियों अलविदा. कभी नहीं मिलेंगे वापिस. ये यूज़ कर सकते हैं. नहीं पर मेरे को बताओ ये इतने ऊपर है तो ऊंचाई पे फिशिंग रॉड क्यों रखा है? यूज़ करता हूँ कैरो फाउंडेड. अच्छा ये 710 क्या है?
Karo village was founded during the modernity. Much later, Dr. Fumio arrived and remade it in his image. This flower means you're in my thoughts. The morning after the search was called off for Dad, our doorstep was covered in them.
Okay. Let's get out of this place. भाई कोई एनिमल भी नहीं आ सकता भाई, गेट बना के रखा है भैया, यानी एकदम बड़ा तोड़.
Is it recording?
Yes.
Okay. How to leave home for my daughter. Find a sacred square of earth. Lay down so you have the dirt at your back. Close your eyes. Close everything. Do you see for yourself? You see for the dead, for the unborn. Do you listen for yourself? You listen for the dead, for the unborn. Your ancestors are in that dirt. All the living and all the dead are holding you up. Now, stand. They're still there, aren't they? It's time to move, to entangle yourself everywhere with everyone. So the next time you lay down in the dirt, you will have so much more to tell them.
क्या अच्छी बात बोली इसके डैड ने उसे. दोस्तों कभी कभी मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जो पेरेंट्स, यानी जैसे पेरेंट्स जिस तरीके से टाइम देते हैं और जिस तरीके का कॉन्वर्जेशन होता है अपने बच्चों के साथ, उससे उनका कैरेक्टर बिल्ड होता है, यानी उनका कैसा मेंटालिटी, सेंस ऑफ थिंकिंग रहता है, उससे अपना 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 कैरेक्टर बनता है. भाई पिंक तो नहीं लूँगा मैं, इवन दो अपनी मेन कैरेक्टर प्रोटैगनिस्ट है.
Pate fixed up 3 bikes instead of 1.
फोटो खींचता फिर जाएगा भाई. No more time pass. Choose your bike fast. मेरे कैरेक्टर की मोस्टली ब्लू ही कपड़े, तो इसलिए मैंने बाइक ब्लू ली. थीम मैच होगा भाई. माउंट. डैम. कोई हैंडल तो मैक वाला है भाई उसमें, BSA मैक. वो कैरियर भी वैसे ही है, बस उसमें ब्लैक कलर का रहता है, थोड़ा थिन रॉड होता है. भाई क्या इन्वायरमेंट मैन, देखो ग्राफिक्स, यही तो बोल रहा था मैं भाई. ये गेम के विजुअल्स बहुत ही जबरदस्त है भाई. क्या ही सीन है भाई. ब्रिज है, ब्रिज पे से इन्वायरमेंट टाइप. लुक आउट दिस गोल्डन आवर टाइम. क्या ही बढ़िया विजुअल्स है. माउंटेन है, क्रेजी भाई. ऐसे इन्वायरमेंट में डाउन हिल साइकिलिंग करने को कितना ही मजा आएगा भाई. चिल है भाई गेम. मेरे सब्सक्राइबर्स को तो पता ही होगा कि मैं टेकन खेलता हूँ, पर भाई उसमें तो दिमाग खराब हो जाता भाई एक पॉइंट के बाद. टाइप इफ यू डोंट नो सॉल्यूशन और एक साइड ये गेम चिल रिलैक्स जस्ट गो विद द फ्लो. फ्लो भी ऐसा ही सुंदर गेम है बोलता हूँ. मूवी है दोस्तों, जिन्होंने नहीं देखी देख लेना. ऑलमोस्ट ऑस्कर विनिंग मूवी है. और वो जस्ट एक बंदे ने घर में बैठ के वो मूवी बनाई है जस्ट, और वो ऑस्कर विनिंग है. तो इट्स आई मीन इट्स अ वेरी ग्रेट मूवी. जस्ट डोंट मिस इट. और इसमें से क्या ले सकते हैं, ये क्या है, ये पिक कर लेते हैं, बाकी सब पिक कर सकते हैं, सब पिक कर लेंगे.
I can see in these letters that the outside world has extremes of beauty and tragedy beyond anything I've known.
भाई यार कितना कुछ एक्सप्लोर करने के लिए.
Most of what I've seen from the outside world probably arrived in a cart like this.
चलो चलते हैं वापस से. डाउनहिल डोमिनेशन मैन. मेरे को तो उस गेम की याद आ गई जिस तरीके से हम डाउन जा रहे हैं. तो उसमें पावर्स रहती. आई लाइक इट. दिस गेम इज मोर रियलिस्टिक. सुपर नेचुरल पावर नहीं है, जस्ट एडवेंचर एंड ब्यूटीफुल विजुअल्स. भाई क्या लग रहा है भाई. लेक्स जो भी है कितना प्यारा लग रहा है. और ये देखो ना ब्लैक रॉक वाले रोड. एंड नाउ हियर वी हैव कनेक्टेड टू ऑफ रोड, मडी ऑफ रोड. इसको कूल मैन. कलर्स विजुअल्स बहुत ही प्यारे भाई गेम के. और ये देखो क्रेन वेन है भाई, क्या ही बनाया गया. अलग मज़ा तो आ रही, मज़ा तो आ रही है भाई. आप लोग भी पीसी खरीदो. अच्छा आगे रास्ता ही नहीं है, यहाँ से जाएगी मैं भी जा सा. हाँ ये तो रूट तो लग रहा है. ठीक है भाई, इसकी फोटो लेगी अपन बना.
A crane to move materials around. The things that used to be possible.
अच्छा ये रीडिंग के लिए ही दिया है और कुछ फीचर. ओके आई थॉट एनी स्टोरी होती है. चलो फिर कंटिन्यू करते हैं, आगे बढ़ते. ठीक है जस्ट ओके. भाई साहब भाई गोट की आवाज़ है कि फ्रॉक की आवाज़ है, इतनी ज़ोर से आ रही है भाई. क्या दिख रहा है. इनकी तो फोटो बनती है.
I heard that village was abandoned because of a mind disease. Not every community had
Don't
someone
touch
like
कर सकते,
Dr.
interact
Fumia
कर
to
सकते
perform
इनके साथ.
cures. My first time petting an animal. I think it went pretty well.
हाँ नहीं तो अटैक भी कर देता है एनिमल्स, तो फिर हम डर बैठ जाता है. सही है भाई, क्या ही नई गेम है भाई, एनिमल के साथ इंटरेक्ट कर सकते हैं भाई। पूरा लेजेंड ऑफ जेल्डा वाली फीलिंग आ रही है गेम से तो, यानी हर चीज़ से इंटरेक्ट कर सकते हैं। बहुत वर्सेटाइल गेम है, विजुअल्स एक नंबर है, जर्नलिस्ट है, स्केचेस ड्रॉ कर लेती है कैरेक्टर और स्टोर करती है टाइप, यानी उसे टाइप फ़ोटो ही लेने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, वो स्केच भी कर सकती है। कूल है कंसेप्ट यार, आई लाइक इट। अब तक के तो इन्वायरमेंट भी बहुत अच्छा चल रहा है गेम का।
I cycled through landscapes, seeing them for the first and last time. I had no idea when I left my home how the season would end, or more importantly, how soon.
अभी शायद से हमने अपना टाउन कम्प्लीटली छोड़ दिया है टाइप, हम बाहर आ चुके हैं सेफ जोन के, जो भी मे बी।
On a cold, damp day, I feel true loneliness for the first time. Nobody could have described with words how big this world is, how it goes and goes.
आना भाई, जिसने
I
वर्ल्ड ही
passed
नहीं
through
देखा।
it, where others passed before me.
जिसने वर्ल्ड देखा, जिसको वर्ल्ड का आइडिया ही नहीं है, वो तो स्केर्ड रह सकते हैं टाइप, कहाँ जाना है, कैसे जाना है, फिर जाना है। भाई ये तो थोड़ा हॉरर वाइब दे रहा है, कोई अटैक कर देगा ग्रास में से लोग ऐसा, पर ऐसा नहीं हो तो अच्छा है। ये तो लारा क्रॉफ्ट बन जाएगी लड़की, डायरेक्ट जर्नलिस्ट। ठीक है, क्या ब्रेक मारा मैंने।
Someone was out here alone.
फिर जा सकते हैं भाई, रिफ्लेक्शन वगैरह क्या सही दिख रहा है गेम में यार, विजुअल भाई मज़ा तो आ रही है। गेम तो तोड़ है भाई, मज़ा आ रही है मुझे खेलने में। ठीक है, ये तो भगाते साइकिल। इधर कोई रहता था शायद से। ये तो साउंड बॉक्स, म्यूजिक बॉक्स।
One melody is like me out here alone. I can't really live like this. They kept themselves company with music.
उन्हें तीनों करने की।
Two voices is like me and my mom. We can survive, but eventually you need more. Three voices is complex as life is supposed to be. I could listen forever.
यार तीन में मज़ा ही नहीं आ रही, दो तक के ठीक है, तीन ज़्यादा ही हो जाएगा। पर मुझे तो ये रेनी सीजन भी अच्छा लग रहा है भाई, इन्वायरमेंट वगैरह कितना अच्छा है। ठीक है,
Looks like they made it out of here. What is this group?
भाई या कोई भी रुका हो, यानी बहुत लोग यानी सर्वाइव करके निकले हैं टाइप यार, वर्ल्ड एक्सप्लोर करने के लिए मे भी इसी तरीके की जगह पे। बारिश से बचने की जगह।
In the empty places, I found companionship in the tapes I recorded before leaving home. The elder told me the story of her life. I listened back to it, ready to note down anything that seemed important.
ये इसके खुद के टाउन के एल्डर है, जिससे परमिशन लेके आई है ये।
Let's set the scene for the listener. Whoever that might be. This is the elder speaking. We're sitting in the plaza, saying goodbye to a dear soul. We're here to see if there's anything useful in my mind that could help you on your trip. A century's worth of memories, dreams, fantasies, visions. Like a big, old, haunted library. When I die, this library will burn down. But which book should we check out first? I don't have all the answers, but I do feel the story of my life could help you understand what kind of world is out there. It's okay not to understand everything right away. The moment may pass before you've gotten a firm hold on it, but as long as you're there to witness it, to take it down in your journal, you and others to come will someday take the time to make sense of it all. I heard, somebody told me, you want to capture what it's like to be alive during this season? For the future? And you want to understand why and how the season is going to end. The season of my youth is long gone. But I can tell you what that season was like and what I know about how it ended. First, I got old. That's an important step. Being an elder is all about how you react to strange events. The key is not to be surprised, but kind of frown, look serious, and say something like, "It begins." Never say, "I don't know." Say, "We dive into a pool of uncertainty."
Okay.
I was born on the ocean. My mother and father worked on a cruise ship. The short-lived but glorious watery republics, floating cities. Most won their independence by the time I was born. How can I describe them? They were a jewel of the golden season. Pleasure boats with a radical political program. How nice. The golden age was a time of flags, logos, mottos, mastheads. My mom taught me to read them. She was the ship's philosopher. My dad was a recycling engineer. Recycling on the ship was a matter of life and death. We had to get the most out of every object and watt of energy.
Recycling engineer.
He struggled
Tell me about
against
your
waste
dad.
and entropy. It was a never-ending puzzle of inputs and outputs. The waste of one system could be the source material for another. It was stressful work. I remember one time asking him what the trouble was. He said, "I'm trying to create a system that is more efficient than the human body, which had millions of years to evolve and still has vestigial organs and dies if it doesn't have water for 3 days." His name was Mirek Kale. I loved the way the ship would tilt and roll with the waves, especially as I fell asleep. It was so comforting. Picture me as a kid in bed, feeling the swaying of the ship. It was like being rocked to sleep as a baby. I loved exploring the ship too, wandering through the suites, the swimming pool, the game rooms, and oh, there were 2 dance halls. A large, elegant one and another one. And a lot of my firsts were down there. My first dance, my first kiss, and so forth.
Romance की बात
Our ship was taken over in the early days of the war. That was the end of the watery republics. I heard the dance hall in the basement became a weapons cache. Took me half my life to say goodbye to the world I knew in my youth. Imagine me and my parents and everyone I knew being escorted off the ship by a company of soldiers. And I'm thinking, I hope they don't make a mess of my room. I was embarrassed by the younger kids who were crying their eyes out. But they knew, I guess.
What did you think was happening?
Yes, the start of the war was a turning of seasons. And we had been warned this season was going to end. Oh, but we didn't understand the warning. You see, one night, along a coastline, we saw beautiful lights shimmering above the water. Later, we found out this was an ancient warning system. It hadn't been used in so long. We didn't know what it meant. We just thought, well, ain't that pretty? We tried to stick together and camped out on the coast of the prismatic grounds. A kingdom of art and science. We got rich during the golden season. Everything that made them beloved before the wealth came. Passionate, uncompromising, self-obsessed, made them unbearable once they had power. Artists make terrible kings. Are you sure you want me to keep going? The story gets darker from here on.
Let's keep going.
Okay, so conditions in the camp were getting worse. My mom got lost in thought for long periods of time. She'd be completely still for hours, days even. We realized she caught, well, now we call it time misperception disorder. It's when you lose your ability to tell how much time is passing. A minute can feel like an hour. A day can pass in 10 seconds.
क्या बात कर रहे हो? 10 सेकंड में. How did it begin?
We don't know exactly. Our consciousness is delicate. There are minerals and sounds that can adjust it. Dr. Fumio's greatest fear was that someone would use this as a weapon. We heard about a traveling doctor who could cure these kinds of diseases. I decided to go find him. I found out his name was Dr. Fumio, and he traveled with his son Lucio. People talked about him like he was a god. I described my mom's condition to Dr. Fumio. He said there was no cure yet, but there was a village high in the mountains. He thought it was high enough he'd have a better chance at treatment. Lower places are more dangerous. Valleys are the worst. He invited me to join them in going to the village, but I wanted to go back and get my parents and bring them with me. I packed my things and got ready to leave the next morning.
Kero town.
That night, my mom came to me in a dream. She was standing in a field of flowers. I'd grown since I last saw her. We were the same height. She pressed a finger hard into my palm. She taught me well. I knew the meaning of the gesture. I knew no matter what I did, I'd never see my parents again. In the morning, I told Dr. Fumio I would follow him to Karo village.
So
The
sad.
next few weeks were very physically tiring, hiking, climbing. And when we found the village, building, planting, cleaning, Fumio brought sick people from all over the world, and they got better. The treatments worked. Everyone was healing. So why couldn't I? One day, we got word the war was over. We never found out how it ended. It was like peace just swept over the earth in a split second. There was a party in the plaza to celebrate the end of the war, but I couldn't bring myself to go. Yes, it was over, but it had taken my home. That night, as I was falling asleep, I felt the bed tilt and sway gently, as if it was being tossed on the waves of the ocean, as if I was back in my bedroom on the ship, as if I was back in my mother's arms, being rocked gently to sleep. I knew I was finally home. and nothing could hurt me.
भाई एक तो बुरी में सैड स्टोरी भी सुनी और बहुत लंबा सुना है, बोर हो के बताओ। भाई पर उसने वो ड्रीम किया वो सब कॉन्वर्जेशन वापस।
I imagined coming upon a place as hidden and singular as my own village. Eventually, I found myself circling a valley, looking for a way in.
Ping Valley. I hope I am pronouncing it right. Yo, वापस से change of environment, crazy visuals, side माउंटेन के बाजू में जो टाइप पुल बनाया है यार। अभी डैम क्रॉस कर रहे हैं, एक साइड पानी है, एक साइड कुछ भी नहीं है, एक साइड तो दिख भी नहीं रहा है। कितना हाइट का, बहुत ज़्यादा ही बड़ा डैम है। चलो स्किट मारेंगे वहाँ पे। ओ पहली ब्रेक मार दी भाई, कोई दिख गया हमें। सिटी टाउन छोड़ने के बाद से पहला पर्सन हो गया।
Oh,
बहुत दूर आ चुकी है भाई।
Valley. One second.
I'm not the first to do this, just the first in a long time.
चलो
Is that a strotopop? Yeah, what are they called? What is it? I love old gear like that. It's getting more and more rare. I had a
इसमें क्या
camera,
बोला
but
था
it broke.
रिकॉर्डर को स्ट्रोडो
Not that interesting of a story, I guess. What are you doing here? Well, you're just in time. Here I am. What kind of stuff are you recording?
Hopefully people have
Oh, yeah.
attention.
Civilization, they call it.
Since
The
it
valley
was-
would be a good place to use those tools. Too bad it's closed down. Let me finish up here, huh?
It seems like I'll have to wait for night to enter the shrine.
Hey,
ये भी जा रहा है लगता है
this was
यार।
like a second home for a while. That was fun earlier when you showed up. And I was carrying the cardboard man. You were like, who are these guys? I've been pretty bored here. You know, the valley's going to be flooded soon. That's why nobody can go in there. The dam is falling apart. It's too old. There's nobody left who knows how to repair it. We're taking it down so we'll know when it'll collapse. It gives us time to evacuate everyone. Greyhounds. We're a community organization. We do all kinds of fun stuff.
अच्छा है सिंबल कितना अच्छा है ग्रे हैंड्स का
Health clinics, minesweeping, daycare, evacuations, weddings. We're new. It was supposed to be because we're helpful yet neutral. We took a vote and decided to change the name, though. We want something more friendly sounding. I'm excited to find out what it will be. We're trying to get new things going. But it's hard. The past really has a tight grip on people. Doesn't feel like a fair fight. So we're trying to... Well... Anyway. It's funny. I stood guard here for a week. And I've only seen greyhounds like myself, and valley people on their way out. But now I see you, and you're like a... new element, or something. I've never met anyone doing what you're doing. And we greyhounds gotta support new things. So... I'm not supposed to let anyone in. How can I... Geez. I think you should go down into the valley and take a look. Gotta try something here. Dang it. I was trying to wink. Well, you get the idea. Go on and put that old gear to use. You can take my map of the valley, too. I don't need it anymore. I'll be down to pick everyone up around midnight. See you then.
भाई उसने इतने देर नहीं बोला और फिर आगे अपने आप ही कन्विंस हो गया मेंटली कंफ्यूज था बंदा
I met a greyhound. He let me into the valley. I think he wanted me to record what the greyhounds were up to, and he gave me a map.
Okay, मैप भी sketchy है, black and white.
The assembly point seemed like a good place to start.
Assembly point जाना है. Okay.
I wonder what he expects me to discover in the valley.
जंगल में कुछ मिला हमें. Okay. इसका sketch बना लिया इसने. Nice. Lilywood का. कोई नहीं. Body shaming. फॉगी से एकदम फॉग पूरा ऊपर ही है शायद से इसमें अच्छा है अरे क्या ही विजुअल है
I am probably the last person that will ever be welcomed here by this sign.
अच्छा मैं अभी इस पॉइंट पे हूँ अभी मैं वो मैप में एंटर की हूँ गाइस मुझे लगा कि हम ऑलरेडी मैप के अंदर ही This very path used time and has been the same since at least year 3 भाई और ये तो शायद से 710 चल रहा है ना ये 300 साल पुराना है Imagine millions of people walking in the single path to visit this
The elder told me
Ballistix.
there's very little information about the years before 500. All above will remain, all below will wash away.
It's kind of obvious for you. Flood आएगा ही रहेगा. Oh no, my bike is stuck. इसमें graphics issue है. Game. यानी mechanics issue, graphics issue. What's this? 100 dollar. Pictures more. Okay. फिर dangerous तो बोला था पर मैं इसकी photo जरूर लूँगा.
She must have been important to have such an elaborate solitary
पास भी जाके
tomb.
देखूँगा मैं तो. मर तो नहीं रही. Maybe just उसका fragrance maybe like harmful हो. Okay, ये exit है, मैं दूसरी तरफ से आऊँगा. इधर का है वो फ्लावर, दिख भी नहीं रहा मुझे, फिर भी वो इफेक्ट है. क्या फोटो पे इस पे
These metal animals are looking up, expectantly.
किधर दिख रहे हैं एनिमल्स? ब्रिज पे? I don't know. बैठ सकते हैं इस पे? नहीं बैठ सकते हैं. फिर चढ़ गई, उतरेगी कैसे अभी ये? उतर गई. भाई गेम में बग्स तो है पर ठीक है. या कुछ कर तो नहीं सकते या कुछ है भी नहीं. इसे या कुछ चैप्टर या कुछ है जर्नल में. एक बार कुछ फोटो ही ले लेते हैं किसी चीज की.
I wonder what this is for.
इमरजेंसी है.
A green space. I feel memory in the air like pollen. It reminds me of a poem my dad was never able to finish. The first line was, "If you want to awaken the dead, just whisper."
ब्रिज दिखा था हमें यहाँ, और क्या कर सकते हैं? हाँ, यहाँ तो लिखा है भाई साउंड को। ये क्या है भाई? इमरजेंसी भाई, जोर से बजाया था। मुझे लगा कुछ इमरजेंसी वाला ही सीन हो गया, भाग रहे हैं भाई। अभी हम कहाँ है? इतना चलाने के बाद ओके, हम पहले वही आते स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट पे, फिर हम लेक के पास से आए और फिर अभी हम आगे। तो जैसा कि असेंबली पॉइंट के पास पहुंचे, वो मैप में कलर भी आता है, जिस जो भी एरिया से हम गुजरे वह कलर ऐड होता है। नाइस।
There's a number to call for questions regarding the dam. There must be a lot of people going to the city if they need to keep track of them with cards.
और क्या है?
The Grey Hands want to end this season.
इसमें क्या देखते? रील भाई, रील खत्म नहीं हो रही, रील पीछा ही नहीं छोड़ रहा। Doing it right this time. What? Delete of the past. सीजन एंड भी करना है।
They say they're going to build the next season. How?
और कुछ है इसमें? अरे यार, वापस से स्टार्ट कर दो। Skip cinematics.
The elder also said low places are dangerous. The city is high up like my village. Maybe it is safer.
अच्छा, ये फॉर्म जो उठाया था वो है। Okay, we got each and everything lined up.
The Grey Hands are the future in all its uncertainty, the good and the bad, the hope and fear of progress. The loneliness of this season will be left behind. A collective project is coming.
और क्या है?
It's hard to imagine something new, a new way of living, but they're trying.
Okay, assembly line.
The gray hands seem to care what people think about them. Imagine if the man I met is the only living gray hand, and the rest are cardboard.
Trash में भी घुसेंगे. Okay, ये तो
There
starting
seems to be
poster है.
suspicion about the real condition of the dam and why it's being taken down.
इसमें तो बहुत pictures लगा दिए.
The process of taking people out of the valley was also a kind of ritual, a way of bridging one life to another. They know the world they're leaving. The next one hasn't been created yet.
बाकी सबको ऐड करने की जरूरत नहीं है. ये एक चेक पॉइंट हो गया असेंबली पॉइंट. फॉल है भाई, उठाना पड़ेगा.
Oh, thank God someone is still down there. I've been trying to get a hold of someone for hours. Ah, thank you. I forgot the Day Zero materials. You know, the visual literature, the warm bath of ideas? I left it at the dig site. It should be sitting on a barrel with a fruit sticker on it. Oh, wait! Hold on. I forgot to do the secret password. I don't even know who you are. Is it too late now, you think?
पासवर्ड बताएगा.
Okay. What day is the day after tomorrow? Phew, okay. I did figure you'd be... Sorry, I didn't recognize your voice. Hard to keep track of all the new recruits.
भाई मैंने सही आंसर recognize किया.
What else was I gonna say? There was vandalism on a few of the posters. Bad stuff. I put them in the trash. Keep an eye out for more. Anyways, thanks for answering. The Day Zero material is in the dig site, pretty sure. It should be sitting on a barrel that has a fruit sticker on it.
It should be sitting on a barrel that has a fruit sticker on it.
You know, I guess I was going to say you could bring it to me, but the flood will destroy it anyway. So actually, I was worried for nothing. Everything is lost in a flood. God, we really know what we're doing. I'm excited for this all to be over. I'm excited for this all to begin. Bye-bye now.
कुछ गलत कर रहे थे क्या जो ये छुपाना चाहते हैं. क्योंकि एक तरफ ये लोग मदद भी कर रहे थे ग्रे हैंड लोग. तो लेट्स गो विद द फ्लो. भाई फार्म क्या बढ़िया है. फार्म पे जाएंगे. भाई क्या ही टाउन है. विजुअल्स वगैरह कितना बढ़िया है. भाई इसमें साइकिल कैसे आ रही है. अनरियलिस्टिक मैकेनिज्म.
Is that your name on your collar? Let's see. You are Madrigal.
Madrigal. भाई मक्खियाँ तक है और उनकी आवाज़ तक बिजली हो रही भाई क्या डिटेलिंग आई लाइक इट एक्चुअली फार्म हाउसेस पे होता ही क्या है मक्खियाँ बिन बिनाती
These people had to leave so much behind.
पर अभी जैसे कि हम असेंबली पॉइंट तो किया ही है असेंबली पॉइंट पे कुछ और एक्सप्लोर करना था क्या डिक साइड जाना है ये एक चीज़ ऐड कर देता है अच्छा मैंने तो कॉल किया ही नहीं 2324 पे डैम के बारे में क्वेश्चन करने के लिए ओके वी विल चेक इट आउट इसमें क्या है देख लेते हैं एफएम में
Wow, we got a big show today.
Huge show.
Breaking news. The Greyhands have died.
We're being reborn, baby.
And we're taking suggestions for our new name.
Live on the air suggestions from the rank and file.
You don't even need to be a Greyhand to suggest a name.
True, true.
The number to call is 0019. That is 0019. First caller, hit us with a name.
Hi, yeah. I was thinking the bricklayers.
Okay. Bricklayers.
Laying some bricks. Well, yeah, thanks for the suggestion.
We'll be taking them all afternoon, so keep them coming.
That number again is 0019. You're listening to Greyhand Radio. We are broadcasting live from Greyhand HQ.
And we're gonna take a little break.
If the Greyhands are changing their name, you'd know them as something else.
भाई चैनल चेंज किया तो काउज आ रही है भाई कूल गैदर हो रहे म्यूजिक और चैनल चेंज किया ये तो वही सॉन्ग है जो ऊपर में आ रहा है Let's explore here. ठीक है तो क्या लिखे इस पे वर्ल्ड का चैंपियनशिप बेस्ट मूव भाई पोला की याद आ गई भाई ऐसे तो सजाते हैं इसको रख लो ट्रॉफी रख सकते हैं नहीं ट्रॉफी नहीं रखते मैं ट्रॉफी रख के करूँगी
Cows from all over the world came here to compete in cow stuff? The golden season seems like such a different world.
ये क्या है हाँ ये चीज़ मुझे तो रखना ही पड़ेगा ये 0019 उन्होंने नंबर बोला था we will call on it later international
Compared to my village, they lived in the open here. They lived on the land itself. I hope in the future, at least some people are still living like that.
और यहाँ पे कुछ एक्सप्लोर करना रह गया है क्या? ठीक है।
The artist has depicted the Greyhands as a child. They don't have faith in their capabilities but see them as innocent.
कोई पेंट करके गया? अच्छा यार तो उतर भी नहीं सकता। भाई इस गेम में बहुत मैकेनिक्स से इशू है। वो एक ड्रॉबैक लगा इस गेम में। Otherwise, the game is so good. Storyline up. I'm enjoying it. Cozy game, man. Cozy vibes. I see.
I've never drank cow's milk, let alone some kind of frozen version.
Ice cream नहीं खाई इसने। अंदर नहीं जा सकता।
And you are Mata.
माता जय माता दी। भाई माउस की क्या हो गया? Okay. हमने ये जगह भी एक्सप्लोर नहीं की। ये जगह एक्सप्लोर करते हैं। इधर कुछ है क्या? इस इक्विपमेंट को कुछ कर सकते हैं? No. Nothing to explore here, I think so. क्योंकि हमारा तो ऑलरेडी जर्नल कंप्लीट हो चुका है ना इस जगह को लेके, तो मुझे नहीं लगता कुछ है। अब हम वापस से जाते कॉल बैक सेंटर पे और फिर वहाँ से कांटेक्ट करते हैं। कॉल सेंटर तो नहीं, वो टेलीफोन बूथ। भाई ब्रेक तो बड़ी जोरों से मारती है। एक तो था 2 3 2 4 था शायद से।
Hello. This is the Greyhand Flood Hotline. We've received many questions about the dam, the controlled demolition of the dam, and the impending flood. This is a pre-recorded set of answers to common questions. For service in the language I'm speaking now, press 1. For another language, press 2.
One is fine.
If you are calling with mild concerns about the flood, press 1. For grave concerns, press 2. For other sources of anxiety, press 3. To confirm you are still on the line, press 1.
What the fuck?
Thank you. Please listen closely, as the following sentence has changed. If you are calling in a professional capacity, press 1. If you are calling out of curiosity and amusement, press 2. If you aren't sure why you are calling, press 3.
For real? Third option?
If you would like me to adopt a more casual tone of voice, press 1.
Damn, man.
To proceed as normal, press 2.
True.
If the thought of mass destruction gives you an unspeakable comfort, stay on the line. Please enter your 4-digit relocation number. I'm sorry. We are having trouble accessing your file. Please try again in the next lunar cycle.
Okay, we are not ready for this thing. I think so for Abhi. Abhi के लिए we are not ready. हमें वो 4 digit नंबर भी चाहिए होगा आगे का. चलो काओ वाला ट्राई करते हैं.
You're on the air. What's your name idea, please?
Hit us with your name idea, please.
Oh, not bad.
Blissful future. Feels comfortable.
Sounds like there's no worries with that one.
I think that's the direction we should go.
Yeah, that's the bar now.
Thanks for the inspiration.
मुझे लगता है मैंने अदर ऑप्शन भी ट्राई करना चाहिए. Take everything away. तो दोस्तों आज के लिए इतना ही. बाकी का नेक्स्ट वीडियो में कंटिन्यू करेंगे. अभी का पार्ट इतना ही था. और जैसे कि आपने देखा कि हमने बहुत कुछ एक्सप्लोर किया. हम अपने टाउन को छोड़ के दूसरे टाउन में आए हैं टिंग वैली में, जहाँ पे अभी हमारा एक्सप्लोरेशन शुरू हुआ है. असेंबली पॉइंट कंप्लीट किया हमने. स्टार्टिंग का फेज कंप्लीट किया. हम उस अननोन ग्रे हैंड स्ट्रेंजर से मिले जो मुझे कॉन्वर्जेशन में तो सस्पिशियस लग रहा था बट स्टूपिड भी था. और इन्वायरमेंट तो बहुत ही बढ़िया गेम का. नहीं दोस्तों, मज़ा तो आ रही है गेम खेलते हुए. और देखते हैं आगे क्या हो सकता है. वो तो नेक्स्ट पार्ट में पता चलेगा. बट जैसे जैसे हम मूव कर रहे हैं आगे, आई थिंक गेम और इंटरेस्टिंग होता जाएगा स्टोरी लाइन अप में भी. तो सी इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो गाइस.